Hi guys, it's Nate with Denali Electronics. We are bringing a special video to you guys here tonight. I apologize for the dramatic lighting here, but the whole point is for us to head out to this field here so we can do a straight up comparison of our new D3 lights out here in the field and get a first-hand look of what they really look like at night. We're also going to be comparing some of our most popular lights like our D4 and our D7, so stay tuned. All right, so let's take a look at our setup here. We got our camera equipment set up. We've got our Canon 5D on the tripod, and up here is our light rig that we're setting up to do these tests. You're not gonna be able to see much from here, but we've got a 2,000 feet humongous field in front of us, so we're gonna have all the room that we need to show you what these lights can do. I just wanna show you this rig because we're pretty stoked on it. We actually have our new dial dim controller. That's the brains of this whole setup. That's just hooked directly up to a car battery here. And this is our new dial dim switch on top there. You can see the killer little halo glowing. And this is what we're gonna be using to do this lighting shootout. Okay, so we're putting this Denali sign at exactly 750 feet away from our light setup. And what this will do is it'll let us kind of have a visual reference when we're reviewing the photos later. And 750 was kind of a perfect number because it's right in the middle of what all the lights that we're testing today are capable of. All right, we're back to base camp here and we are fully set up downrange. So we're gonna get all the lights rigged up and the camera turned on and let's get started. All right, so we're about halfway through our light testing and we're getting some killer results. We're gonna actually show you guys the test results via the still photographs, but I did want to show you the setup here live on the camera. Right now, these are our D3 fog lights that are on, and I'm gonna come up to the controller here and I'm gonna dial up our spotlight, the D3 spot, and just to see the contrast of how far that's shining down the road. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look at the results. One of the first things I can say is after looking at all the photos here, I can pretty much say that the beam patterns were performing pretty much exactly what we expected based on the lab tested Isolux. So what I'm doing here is I've got all the images in Photoshop here and I'm not doctoring any of them up. I'm just using the layers in Photoshop to be able to compare these beam patterns. So let's take a look first right here, starting with what we know is gonna be the smallest of the bunch is our fog light. So right here we have just the fog light turned on. And if you can see this little dot here, that's that Denali sign that we put at 750 feet out. And you can see that the fog is making it right out to that 450 mark as we had measured in the Isolux tests. So you can see it's a super wide beam and it's extra strong in that sweet spot, that real tight band with the sharp cutoff. But let's open up the layers here, and just for comparison, let's now look at the spotlight. So that is the spots, the fogs are turned off, and it's really impressive. I mean, we know from the lab tests that this is going about 1900 feet at 1 lux, and it's just insane to see that in person. I know it's pretty zoomed out here, but this is the spot beam. It's going 1900 feet, and you can really only start to get a sense of what that looks like when you zoom way in. Here's the sign at 750, and then that tree line we measured at about 2,000 feet away. So it's kissing that tree line at 2,000 feet away, which is just absolutely impressive. I mean, we knew that it was able to do that, but to see it in a photograph is just extra special. Let's contrast that to the hybrid now. So I'll turn that on and look at the difference in the fill. So you're still getting that punch, not nearly as far, only about 1,000 feet, but the amount of fill left and right is just crazy. So that's the hybrid there. And while we have this open, I think it would be cool to compare the hybrid against the fog. So I'll turn the spot layer off. So let's jump from the fog light, only a pair of fog lights, to the pair of hybrid lights. So you can really tell the difference. The street legal fog requires that super sharp cutoff that's hitting about 450 feet. But our hybrid, which is street legal in Europe and SAE for USA and Canada, as a high beam is still getting that same amount of width as the fog light, but it's got that extra punch down the middle. So I mean, in looking at all three of these lights, if you're only gonna run one set, undoubtedly the hybrid is the way to go. And I've got the Denali website pulled up on my other laptop screen here. And here's those beam patterns measured in the lab, and we can see, comparing them to what they do in the field, it's exactly what we would expect. The spot is very tight, but just going insanely far. There's the spot again, which is this Isolux here. And then the hybrid has all that width up front, similar in the width to the fog, but continues with that punch. Here's that hybrid again. And that fog light, of course, just super wide. So one of the questions we're getting the most from the second we launched these D3s is, how do they stack up against our other two most popular lights, which is going to be our D4 and our D7. So we brought those out in the field to film those as well. And let's take a look at what that looks like. So let's start by putting on the D3 spot, which is this guy here, both in the video, both in the photograph and the Isolux here. And then I'm going to kick on the D4 spot. So what you'll notice here, some people say, hey, which one's better? Well, I don't think you can answer that question. They're just doing two different things. The D4 is super powerful, and it's kicking more light immediately out in front of you than any of the other D3 lamps here. And you can see that sign at 750. We're just reaching 800 feet, which is what we'd see in the Isolux here. Here's the D4 Isolux. And what you're seeing here in this photograph is exactly what we measured in the lab. You're getting almost 100 feet of width right up front. This little blurb here is giving you all that extra light right up front, and then it carries out. So I know it's probably hard to see on the camera here, but if we zoom in a little bit, you can see that we're actually hitting some of these trees over here, and you're getting a lot more fill downrange than when you compare that directly to a D3 spot. So let's look back at the D3 spot, and you can just see that's D4 spot, D3 spot, and you can see how much further this D3 is going, all the way to that far tree line, but it's not getting the same amount of fill overall. So it really depends on what you're looking for. I think they're both equally a great option. It's just depending on whether you're looking for that long range distance for more high-speed night driving versus just a more all-around fill, but not quite that same distance. So the other light that we want to compare the D3 spot to is going to be our D7. And this guy, as everybody knows, is just an absolute beast, and we can see that right here. I do recognize it got a little overexposed here, but to just do the comparison, what we're seeing is this D7 is going about 1,500 feet, well past that sign, up onto that far hill in the distance, heading up to the trees. It's not quite reaching that tree line, but just look at the amount of fill you're getting downrange, and the intensity that you're getting right up close, close to your vehicle where you're going to be driving around. So to go back and forth between the D7 and the D3, this is D7, and that's going to be the D3. And again, some people were surprised, saying, how is this D3 outperforming a spot in distance? Well, this is why we make this video. It's just a tighter beam pattern. If we look at this D3 spot, it's incredibly tight, and that's why we're able to get such high distance numbers. And if you compare the two, it's definitely hitting that tree line way in the distance. And the D7, for comparison, notice the sides here where it's a little bit darker on the D3. When I kick on that D7, again, the photo's a bit blurry, but we're lighting up that tree line way farther out. So again, if you're running one set of lights, undoubtedly a D7 is gonna be putting a lot more light out in front of you than a D3. But you gotta give the D3 a ton of credit for being able to punch that far down the road. And it coming in, roughly half the price of a D7 for, a pair of pods. One of the last things I want to show you guys is, well, what happens if we do a D3 spot and the D3 fog, or a D3 hybrid? And I think that's probably the most impressive results from the night. So I got the spot on here, and let's do it this way. Let's start with a D3 hybrid, which is what's on the screen right now, and then I'm gonna kick on the spot hybrid combo, and then you see that extra punch going down range. So what I think is a more fair comparison, I mean, look how wide this is that you're getting from the hybrid and the depth that you're getting from the spot. So I think the fairest comparison would be, let's take a look at a pair of D3 spots and a pair of D3 hybrids and compare that to a D7, because that's a similar amount of money spent to get a result out of the field. So that's the D3 spot and hybrid, and then let's just compare that to a D7. D7, pair of D7s compared to a pair of D3 spots and D3 hybrids, and that's what I think is really impressive, just how wide the hybrid lens is able to throw the light combined with the spot. And I mean, I think that's just an incredible combination for folks who are looking to add more than one set of lights to their bike. Thanks again for tuning in. Hopefully this video will help you guys decide which light is best for your application. Definitely click the links in the description if you want to learn more about these lights and our other Denali products. And as always, please like and subscribe if you want to see us release more videos like this.